Hi everyone, welcome to your Total Tone workout. Today is going to be a Pilates inspired workout, so it's going to work full body and we're going to be using very light weights. We're just going to start seated. Taking a few deep breaths, we're going to start to roll the shoulders back. And then rolling the shoulders forward. Okay, and then tucking the chin down towards the chest, you're going to look to the left and over to the right. Just warming up the neck, keeping that chin down towards your chest. Okay, and then extending that right arm long, fingers pointed towards the mat. You're going to pull the fingers in towards the body to stretch out that forearm. And then switching sides. And coming down, all the way down to our backs. Just going to take a few more deep breaths here before we get right into our workout. Okay, maybe taking this time here to set a goal for yourself or an intention. Okay, and grabbing your light weights, we are going to start in our supine position. So everything's going to be down on our back for this first series. Okay, so our first move, we're going to lift the legs and we're going to pulse the arms up and down. Option to do one leg at a time. So you can lift that one leg up for 15. And then I will say when we're halfway and you can switch to the other side. We're going to do each move here for 30 reps. And we're going to go through this whole series twice. Okay, lifting those legs up, start to pulse the arms. You want to make sure that that lower back stays down on the mat. So if you have to lift the legs up a little bit higher, you can bring them up closer to the sky. Pointing those toes here, moving that weight with control. And remember to breathe. We're not holding our breath through these moves. Okay, that's halfway. If you have one leg lifted, you're switching now. Okay, almost there for 3, 2, you can do it. Last one, awesome. Setting the legs down. Moving into our next one, glute bridge and our front raise. So we're going to press into feet, into shoulders. We are going to bring that weight down by our glutes, hike the hips up, and repeat. Option to drop the weight, just do body weight. So you're going to drop the arms, lift the weights up, or you can just hold in that glute bridge, lift and lower the arms with or without the weights. Okay. When you're ready, grab your dumbbells if you're using them. We're going to press into feet, into shoulders, lift and lower the hips as we're lifting that weight up and down, keeping the arms nice and straight. Awesome job. Okay, you have 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Reset. Next move is our glute bridge march with that chest press. So we're going to drive one knee in, press the weight up, and alternate left to right. You're keeping those hips lifted the whole time. Option to just do the march and keep the weight pressed up, or you can bring that weight down and just do the march. You can also drop the weight. Okay, get yourself set up, whichever variation you're doing. And here we go. Lift and drive those knees up, and you're pressing that weight straight up and down above the chest. Keep those hips lifted. Press into foot, into opposite shoulder of whatever leg is moving to help keep you stabilized across the whole body. Beautiful work. When I count us down, we're going to stay lifted in our glute bridge, and we're going to lift and lower the heels in 3, 2, and 1. Lifting and lowering just the heels. Hips stay lifted. That weight stays straight up above the chest. You're lifting and lowering just the heels. Hold those hips up to the sky. Weight stays lifted right above the chest. You can do it. At the end of this one, we are just going to hold on the toes. Okay, and up on the toes, hold. Squeeze the glutes. You are almost done with this one. Then we're going to move on for 3, 2, and 1. Lower down with control. Awesome work. Resetting here, we are moving into our dead bug. So legs come up to 90, weight is straight above the chest. We lift and lower opposite limbs. Option always to drop the weight, just do body weight, lifting and lowering opposite leg, opposite arm. Okay, get yourself set up, ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Extend back to center and switch sides. For 3, 2, and 1. Last one for this series, then we move into our next one. So we're going to crunch up, legs come to 90. You're going to tap behind the knee, crunch up, come back down. If you want more of a challenge, legs stay at that 90 degree the whole time, and you're going to extend that opposite leg that you're not tapping the weight behind long towards the top of the mat. When we're doing this one, you're really crunching up and reaching long with the weight, and you're just tapping. Here we go. Tap under the knee, extend that opposite leg long if that's where you're at, or that opposite leg is planted. Beautiful. You have 3, 2, last one. Awesome. Set the weights down. Grab a quick sip of water. We are going to make our way onto our side. Okay, starting down on whichever side you'd like to start with. I started on my left side. Elbow is stacked under shoulder. Bottom knee is stacked under the top leg. You're going to grab that weight. We hike the hips up. We crunch elbow into knee, and we extend long. You have the option to drop that weight. Just do body weight. You're trying to keep those hips up and make sure you're not collapsing on the shoulder. Okay, ready to go in 3, 2, 1, crunch and extend. You're pointing those toes long, really feeling this in the obliques or the side of the body. Crunch in, drive that weight long. Awesome. You have 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Moving into our next one. A few options here. Both legs can go long. We're going to hike the hips up and we twist under that armpit, back up through center. You can also drop the weight or drop that bottom leg, and you're twisting under the armpit with or without that dumbbell. Okay, we're going for 30. I rolled my mat here under my elbow for support. Okay, grab that weight in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Get those hips up high to the sky, and you're really twisting and reaching under towards that armpit. Beautiful. This one is pretty challenging. Shoulder is going to start to feel it. Obliques are going to feel this one. Awesome. Keep going. For 3, you're almost there. 2, keep those hips up. Last one. Beautiful. Resetting. We're going to come into our plank position. We have 15 rows per side. 3 options here. Both legs go long and we row for 15, pulling up towards the armpit. You can drop both knees here. We're just going to switch left to right. Option to drop both knees or extend one leg long. You can also lift up that opposite leg and point the toes. Okay. We are going to start 15, we reset, and then we go 15 other side in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Pull that weight up towards the armpit. Stay strong on that opposite arm that's supporting you. And trying to keep that back nice and flat. Last 2 and 1. Reset, switching sides in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Get yourself set up, rowing for 15. Setting the weight out of the way, you're going to come down to your forearm plank, and we're just going to tap left, then right knees. Back again stays nice and flat. Okay, catch your breath here in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Tap left, right, left, right. Beautiful. You have 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Grab that same weight that you were using before. We're rolling over opposite side, starting with that knee to elbow side crunch. And then we have our twists. Okay. Bottom knee can be bent. If you really want a challenge here, you can extend that bottom leg long in that side crunch. And ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Crunch, extend. Keep those hips up. Make sure they're not dropping towards the mat. Keep them high. Make sure you're not collapsing on that shoulder. Elbow stacked under shoulder. Focus on your breath. Last 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last one here. Then we're going to go back up to the top, run through that one more time. Both legs go long. You're grabbing that weight and we're twisting under towards the armpit, or bottom leg can stay on the mat. Doing the same variation that you did on the opposite side. Finishing strong here. Get yourself set up, ready to go. Again, you can roll that mat under the elbow for support. I find it helps with the elbow digging into the ground. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Really twist. You're keeping those hips up. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. You are almost at the end. Then we're going to run through it again. Okay, last 3, 2, and 1. Resetting. We're going to come back down onto our backs. Right into lap 2, lifting those legs up. We pump the arms up and down. Again, you've got the option to do one leg at a time here. So one leg for 15. Then when I say halfway, you swap to the other side. Again, you can drop the weights here. Okay, getting ready to go. Lap number 2, you can do it. Lift those legs up. Here we go. Pump the arms up and down, up and down. Keep going. You are halfway here, so switching legs if that's where you're at. For 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Moving into our glute bridge. And we're lifting and lowering that weight straight up and down. Choosing any modification here that works for you, but really trying to challenge yourself. So trying to hang on to those weights if you can. Okay, getting set up, ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lift those hips up, press the weight down. Really press into feet, into shoulders. Get those hips up to the sky. Lower down with control. Last 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Resetting, moving into our next one. Alternating glute bridge marches with that chest press. So you're pressing that weight straight up above the chest, marching left and right. Few modifications here. You can keep the weight straight up the whole time and march the knees in towards the weights, or you can pull the weight down, march left and march right. You can also drop the weight here and just do the marches. Okay, whichever one you're choosing, here we go. Hike those hips up, march left, march right. Keep those hips lifted up to the sky. When I count us down, we are going to lift and lower just the heels. We stay high in that glute bridge. Just the heels come up and down. Then we end with that glute bridge hold, squeezing the glutes. Last 2 and 1. Stay lifted, lift and lower just the heels. You're coming up onto the toes and back down. Beautiful. Press that weight up above the chest the whole time. Option to bring it down if it's too much and just focus on lifting and lowering the heels. You're almost there. Okay, stay up on the toes and hold. You're almost at the end of this one. Squeeze the glutes for 3, 2, and 1. Lower back down, moving on. We have our dead bugs. So opposite leg, opposite arm extends long with or without the weights. Get yourself set up, ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Extend, opposite leg, opposite arm. Really reaching with the limbs, so pointing the toes when you drop that leg down towards the mat. keeping that core nice and strong. For 3, 2, and 1. Last one for this series. Then we end with our plank series. Our single leg crunch. We crunch up, tap under the knees, up, tap under the knees. If you want the challenge, both legs come up to 90 and you're going to extend that opposite leg long. And we're just tapping the weight under and behind the knee. Okay, last one for this series here. Then we move on. Take a quick breather. Make sure your core stays nice and strong. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Tap that weight. Beautiful. You're crunching up, really reaching towards the top of the mat. Lifting head and shoulders up off the floor. Awesome. You have 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Reset. We are moving over to our side. Okay, coming down to the same side that you started with. We are starting with our side crunch, elbow to knee. And we're really focusing on keeping those hips lifted, shoulders stacked over elbow. Make sure you're not collapsing down on that arm. And again, you have the option to drop the weight, just crunch elbow to knee. And if you want the challenge, both legs can go long and you're staggering the feet. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Get those hips up, crunch in, extend. Awesome work. Last 3, 2, and 1. Reset here, moving to our next one. Both legs go long. You are crunching under and twisting towards that armpit, keeping those hips up to the sky. Option to drop that bottom leg down, or you can drop the weight. Okay. We are almost at the end of our workout. You can do this. Grab that weight, get yourself set up in 3, 2, and 1. Legs go long. Here we go. Twist under. Don't let your hips drop. Keep those hips up. Almost there. Last 2 and 1. Awesome. Coming back down to our high arm plank. We have 15 rows per side. Option to let both legs go long here, or you can drop down to the knees. You can also hover one leg or extend one leg long and keep the toes on the mat. Lots of variations for this one here. Try to find the one that's most challenging for you, but also listen to your body, see where you're at today. Okay. Getting yourself set up, whichever one you're choosing. We are going to start 15 on one side, then we switch over to the other when I count us down. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Row up towards the armpit. Strong on that arm that's not working. Make sure you're not dropping on that shoulder. Keep that back nice and flat. Okay, last one. Switching sides, reset here. Get yourself ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Row. Strong on your arm. You have a little bit of work left, and then you are done with your workout for the day. Last 2 and 1. Awesome job. Setting that weight down, we drop down to our forearm. We have our knee taps. Just tapping left and right knee. And you're trying to keep that back nice and flat and strong. In 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Legs go long. Tap left, right, left, right. Strong on your shoulders. Beautiful job. Okay, for 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Grab that weight. Last 2 moves here. We are rolling over opposite sides, starting with that side crunch, knee to elbow. And then we end with our twists, and we are all done for the day. Choosing whichever modification works for you, but really trying to challenge ourselves. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, hike those hips up, crunch and extend. Crunch and extend. Make sure those hips aren't dropping. Focus on your breath. You're almost there. Don't let those hips fall. You are almost at the end. For 3, 2, and 1. Last move. You can do this. Really make sure you're focusing on your form here. This is where the growth and the change happens when we're really tired and we want to quit, but we push through. This is where we end up seeing the most results. Okay, whichever modification you're doing, get yourself set up. Last one, you can do this. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Twist, keep those hips up. Keep going, keep those hips up. Almost done. Last 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. You made it to the end. Making our way down onto our back, we're going to move into our cool down. Okay, amazing work. When you're down on your back, just hug your right knee into chest and start to roll out the ankle, focusing on slowing down that breath. Awesome job today. That was a challenging class. Rolling out the leg left and right to just release the hip. And then switching sides. Left knee comes into chest, start to roll out the ankle. And then moving up to those hip circles, open up that leg to the left and to the right, still focusing on slowing down the breath. And let both legs go long, arms by your side. And just take a moment here to be proud of yourself, thinking about how far you've come in this program so far. And thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next time.